I was reviewing my security camera footage when I heard a voice. Not a distant sound. Not interference. A voice. Clear. Human. Whispering directly into the microphone. The recording showed an empty hallway. Nobody was there. Then the voice said, "Don't let him find me." The clip ended. I replayed it 6 times. The hallway was empty every single time. At first, I assumed it was a glitch. I wish it had been. My name is Ryan. 3 years ago, my wife and I bought a house outside of Columbus, Ohio. It was a normal suburban neighborhood. Quiet. Safe. Nothing unusual. At least that's what we thought. We moved in during spring. The first few months were perfect. Then strange things started happening. Small things. Easy to explain away. Doors would be open after we closed them. Objects would disappear and reappear somewhere else. We blamed each other. Then blamed forgetfulness. Eventually we stopped talking about it, because none of it felt serious. Not yet. The security camera recording changed everything. The voice wasn't the only strange thing. Over the next week, more recordings appeared. Every night around the same time. Between 2 and 3 a.m. Always from the hallway camera. Always when nobody was awake. Always when the hallway was empty. And always a whisper. Different words. Different sentences. He's still here. Another night. The basement. Another. Don't open the door. The recordings made no sense. I checked the equipment. I replaced the camera. Changed the wiring. Updated the software. Nothing worked. The voices continued. I even contacted the manufacturer. They reviewed the footage. They couldn't explain it. My wife wanted to ignore it. She thought someone was somehow interfering with the signal. Maybe a neighbor. Maybe a prank. That explanation made me feel better. For a while. Until I heard my own voice. One night, I was reviewing footage from the previous evening. The hallway was empty. Silent. Then another whisper appeared. Only this time, it wasn't a whisper. Sounded like me. Exactly like me. Same tone. Same voice. Same breathing. Ryan, check the basement wall. I froze. My stomach dropped. I never told anyone about the recordings. Not even friends. There was no reason someone would know my name. I immediately checked the basement. Nothing seemed unusual. Just concrete walls. Storage boxes. Old shelves. I almost left. Then I noticed something strange. One section of the wall sounded hollow. Knock. 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 Different from the rest. I grabbed a flashlight. A hammer. And started breaking through the drywall. Behind it was a hidden cavity. About 4 feet deep. Inside were old belongings. Newspapers. Children's toys. Photographs. And a small cassette recorder. Covered in dust. My hands were shaking. I pressed play. The tape hissed. Then a little girl's voice spoke. "Dad says I have to stay quiet." My blood ran cold. The tape continued. "The man downstairs gets angry when he hears me." Then silence. I turned the recorder off. I couldn't breathe. The next day, I researched the property's history. I expected nothing. What I found changed everything. 40 years earlier, a family had lived there. A father. A mother. A daughter. The daughter vanished. No body was ever found. The case went cold. Nobody knew what happened. The family moved away shortly after. Authorities suspected the father, but they never proved anything. I stared at the old photographs. The little girl from the hidden cavity. The missing child. The one from the tape. I felt sick. Then something caught my attention. One photograph showed the basement. The exact wall I had opened. Someone had written a sentence on the back. She can still hear him. That night I couldn't sleep. Neither could my wife. We argued. She wanted to leave. I wanted answers. That decision almost got me killed. Around 2:33 a.m., I heard movement upstairs. Slow, heavy, deliberate. I grabbed my phone. Started recording. The hallway was empty, just like the camera footage. But the sound continued. Closer, closer, closer. I followed it to the hallway camera. The exact spot where the voices were recorded. The air felt wrong. Cold. Unnaturally cold. My phone microphone suddenly crackled. Then a whisper came through the speaker. What? Not recorded. What? Behind you. Every muscle in my body locked. I couldn't move. Couldn't breathe. Slowly, I turned around. Nobody was there. Then my phone spoke again. This time in a little girl's voice. He sees you now. The hallway lights exploded. Darkness swallowed everything. My phone dropped. I heard footsteps running toward me. Fast. Violent. From inside the darkness. I scrambled backward. My flashlight rolled across the floor. For 1 second, the beam illuminated the end of the hallway. And I saw him. A tall figure. Standing perfectly still. Watching me. His face wasn't clear. But his eyes were. What? Unblinking. Filled with rage. Then the flashlight died. Everything went black. I woke up on the floor hours later. Sunlight was coming through the windows. The house was quiet. My wife was gone. She had spent the night at her sister's house. I packed a bag. Immediately. Before leaving, I checked the hallway camera one last time. The final recording was waiting. Timestamp. 2:34 a.m. The moment the lights went out. The footage showed me standing alone in the hallway. Frozen. Staring ahead. Then something appeared behind me. A shadow. Tall. Motionless. Watching. The camera microphone picked up one final voice. The little girl. Come. Almost relieved. Thank you for finding me. Then another voice entered the recording. Angry. Mel. Right beside the camera. Now she knows where you live. The footage ended. I moved out 3 days later. The house was sold 6 months afterward. I never told the new owners what happened. But every few months, I still receive audio files from an unknown email address. No message. No subject line. Just recordings. Empty rooms. Static. And sometimes, a voice, whispering my name. If you've ever heard something strange on a baby monitor, security camera, or audio recording, you might want to listen carefully before deleting it, because sometimes, the voices are trying to warn you, and sometimes, they want you to answer. Ryan.